Hey guys, today we are going to be talking about a control freak. I am your teacher, Mrs.N'ergy, and we are going to break down the true meaning of being a control freak. Give me a second. I feel like most of us know someone who fits the diagram of a control freak, so we're going to break down how you identify a control freak and how do you tame yourself when being around people that's control freaks, because sometimes a control freak is capable of bringing out sides of you that make them look like the good guy. So we are going to start with number one. A control freak is a person with an obsession sorry guys. An obsession with getting things done a certain way. Obsession with getting they said a certain way. In my class, we're going to say obsession with getting things done their way. I couldn't find my sharp point dry erase marker, so we're using this flat top looking marker, so I'm writing crooked. So, number one, there's an obsession with getting things done their way. They don't care if it's the wrong way. They just want it done the way they want it done because, again, they're a control freak. They're trying to control their environment. They're trying to control the people around them. They try to control relationships. Number two, you know someone is a control freak when they try to control the relationship on both sides. That means that they're trying to control it on their end and they're trying to control it on your end. And you can't do both. You're literally trying to cause more conflict. If I'm a control freak as a female, I'm going to put a female over here. And I'm trying to control what I wear, what he wears, how I cook, what he cooks, how he talk, how I look, how he looks. It's a control freak. It's a control freak. It's not like you're trying to put what you got and what that person has together, and in the middle, y'all have like the similarities of what y'all both have in common. It's called the common denominator because you just break it down to what you guys have in common instead of trying to focus on what I like, what you like, how I don't do this, but you do. You do not want this type of conflict with a party that's a control freak. So on the next topic, we're going to talk about how to ignore the signs. If you ignore the signs, the less triggered you are, the more that you're not like someone for them to pick with, because they feel like, okay, I'm not going to get the reaction I want out of that person because they don't even listen to me. They don't care about my thoughts the way I do. And that's what triggers a control freak though, because they want to be able to control the way you think. They want to be able to control how you feel as a person individually about anything that you're passionate about. They want to control that. If you go to a control freak and you tell them you want to open up a restaurant, best believe they're going to tell you everything they want you to do. Everything that you don't want to do is something that they want to do. Let's go to my next slide. I was trying to screen share it on the TV, but it didn't let me, so I'm using it on my phone. Okay, so let's see. A control freak weakness is being vulnerable. They're always anxious. They're insecure and always angry. You know why they're always angry? Because the fucking world don't revolve around you. Stop being a control freak. The world does not revolve around you, okay? There are the billions of other people that's on this earth, and half of them are stressing about the same shit that you're trying to control. So if you go with them people and try to help them help you, then you're helping everyone become a better person. But if you sit there and think that only you know the way, how is that helping anybody else? How's that helping anybody else if only you know the way? A control freak. They're anxious. That means that they're like always wanting people to get things done on their time. I'm going to erase all this stuff because if you haven't grasped what I was trying to say then, I'm just going to have to move on just like they do in classrooms. If you didn't catch it, stay after class or something. But let's talk about it. They're always anxious. What I mean by anxious, I'm not talking about genuine. I'm not talking about genuine when he's talking about I'm so anxious. I'm talking about when a person expects everyone to be on their time. They want everyone to be on their time, but they're never on time when it comes to everybody else. This could be the person that's always late to the family gatherings. This could be the person that's always late to work. This could be the person that's always late paying their bills. It's always the person that does not take their priorities first because they're too worried about how everybody else is not accommodating them. And that brings anxiety to everyone, not just you. You're causing other people distress when you think that everybody is supposed to be on your time, when you're not even paying them for their time. So therefore you get left with more baggage that you're going to go into, let's say, insecurities. You might find that control freaks are insecure because they do not focus on themselves. If they're so worried about why you're not doing this, why you look like that, why you shouldn't have did this, and you should have did this, and you could have did that, and if I was you, I would have did this, you're not working on self. If you're insecure, that means that you're missing out on self-growth. Do it look like when you water a plant? Do it look like the plant is worried about which other plant didn't get watered or how much that's too much water for that plant? Plants do not worry about who's getting what. They only care about the nutrition they need to grow. And I feel like we need to start treating ourselves and our peers like we are gardens. So yes, if I get overwatered, then yes, I would like for that extra water to overflow to my peers and the people next to me. But I want to make sure that I get the best of myself first. I don't need to control the aspect of other people's life and bring on anxiety. Just like if someone asks you to let's go back to anxious for a minute because this just means anxiety. So if someone asks you to clean the kitchen and you like to run dishwater and let your dishes soak, but they think that's disgusting, so they want you to hand wash all these dishes without soaking them in water first because that's the way they want their house cleaned. That's the way they want their pants ironed. That's the way they want their plate to be made. They don't want to eat with a spoon. They want to eat with a fork. They don't want to wear blue because you're wearing blue. They want to make themselves stand out. So they don't care about aligning with people that they grow and develop with. So that leaves more insecurity because now they feel like they have to look at themselves through the lens of other people. If you wasn't a control freak, you wouldn't be insecure. Because people that's not insecure are not control freaks. And for the second one, the second transition is from insecure to anger. Because you're so insecure, it's making you angry because you don't know how to deal with being insecure, which also overboils. I'm trying to draw some flames. It overboils like a pot of water because now nothing's going your way. Nothing's going your way, and you wonder why. Because only you know what's best for you. Nobody else has the best intentions for you. You don't want no one to help guide your decisions because you're a control freak. You feel like that's your job. That's your place. No one should be telling you right from wrong because you feel like you've done it long enough that nobody should do it to you. Like I said, don't worry about the plants that's getting more water than you. Worry about what you need. Some plants need more water than others. If they're going to grow bigger, they're going to need more water. If you're just a little bush, you can't get mad at the trees for needing more water to turn into a tree if you're just going to stay a bush, a berry bush, or, something to that nature. But let's keep it moving. We're going to talk about how to conduct yourself around a control freak. So this is what they don't like. This is what they don't want you to know. How to control yourself around a control freak. Let's see. That's one thing a control freak isn't able to do. The last thing they're able to do is control themselves. They will tell everyone the best advice and everything that you need to know. But when it comes to controlling self, it's a different story. So we're going to talk about how to control yourself.